Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How are you, ladies? So, I thought that I would try doing this and record how to do this for you um, instead of meeting tomorrow. So, I'm going to record this and then watch it and see how it turns out. All right. So, there's going to be, I'm sure, type, what do you call it? Outtakes. And stuttering and the whole bit and mess ups. So just bear with me. I just thought this might be easier for you and less time consuming for you. So you have your special tomorrow because I know you haven't had any all week. So, all right. So I'm in Rebers, as you can see. I'm going to need you to go to your Mastery Connect, Obby, and then go to your trackers. You'll find your Microphase tracker, which if you haven't looked at it yet, you should have this right here to say 100% of students assessed. That means that they got assessed at least one of the windows, right? One, either BOY, EOY, or excuse me, MOY or EOY. And I did all of them for MOY. So that does not mean it's ready for EOY. So go ahead and click on your tracker. And the first thing you guys should do always when you are opening a tracker, just the best thing to do is come down here, go to your three dots right here, click curriculum map, and then click sync curriculum map. And what that does is it makes sure that anything that the district has uploaded is now synced into your tracker. So if you scroll all the way down, okay, I want to show you really quickly. Remember I told you it was like 72 clicks or something to every single through all of the skills in the microphases. You can see it's a lot, right? So here's your pink, your kindergarten. Then it goes into the blue, what is considered the first grade cycles and microphases. And then you get into the second grade microphases, which are the yellow consolidated. So you will see that there is a district BOY, district MOY, and district EOY tracker. BOY, we did not have to do. Some, I guess maybe, I don't know, overachievers in the district went and did that, but we didn't have to. I did the MOY for you. And as you can see, I want to go back just a little bit for a second and kind of just show you how it looks. It really, to me, is not very useful. This is supposed to be useful for us, I think, or it's just a high level way of the district looking at our microphase development, but still very difficult to use because it is not what Mastery Connect is for, right? So you've either got near mastery or you've got exceeds. And really what that means is they mastered, the letters A and T and the sounds A and T, or they didn't, right? So Angel, as you can see, and remember guys, let's just be mindful of FERPA. You are seeing children's data, but we are doing this for learning purposes within the school, so it's fine. Angel has near mastery because some or all she does not have mastered yet. And I think actually now there are going to be some of these that she has mastered. But you can see the kids who so Queen, for example. Queen, I gave her near mastery all the way pretty much up until cycle 4 of, which one is that? I think that's early partial. And obviously all of these kiddos, only one, Nyla, is into almost to late full alphabetic. So that's kind of how you can see where they are in terms of their microphase. That's how you read this. I do not think it's very easy to read, but you kind of see that these little guys in the blue, hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, Georgia, and then she's about right here at cycle 18. That was middle of the year, okay? So does this have to be spot on point, each cycle, each skill, perfectly mastered or not mastered? No. I mean, it is really okay if there might be some discrepancies here as of MOY, because now we're going to go into EOY and you'll know what skills these students have. So I want to show you how these trackers look. So this tracker is late pre-alphabetic to middle partial. So I want you to picture the tracker to where that goes. So if you're picturing the grid, right? So, and let's say this is our grid, you've got late pre, excuse me, and then it goes to middle partial. I'm just using these little spots as an example. So you're going through those cycles right there, okay, middle partial. Then you come over here and you're gonna go middle partial to middle full. So all of those cycles within those microphases are going to be on that tracker. And then last but not least, you're gonna go from late full, wait, this one went to middle full, right? And then you go over to late full, and it's gonna go to the end of consolidated, right? All right, so you just need to have the data basically for every single cycle, and whether they've got it or not. And I'm gonna show you how you would assess them, all right? So I had your kids ordered. So for example, second grade, the way your grid looks, your grid moves kids across the table. So like I can see one student, I can see all the students at MOI that were in early partial. So here's what I did. I went into early partial, or I went first into consolidated. All right, so let's use, let me do an example. I'm going to just look at angels, okay? And I'm gonna assess. And I'm gonna go click angel. And so this is consolidated, right? Open and close syllables, some vowel teams. Right, so let me go to Miss Angel. Okay, now I know Angel does not have these mastered. I don't have Angel's data in front of me, but this is what will help you. So if you look at this, this shows you exactly which criteria you're on. So C1 is criteria 1. Cycle 2 is criteria 2. Cycle 3 is criteria 3. So if you go all the way down, there's 26, there should be 26 clicks for this, and there they are. So, right? So cycle 26 is dash OUS versus dash US, right? And you would give a 1 if she has that mastered, and you would give a 0 if she does not. So I'm going to go up to the beginning for Angel, and I'm going to click all zeros because I know sweet Angel does not have these mastered, nor would many first graders. So this is not a stretch by any means. And you would do this for every single child. And I just kind of work my way backwards, right? So if a student is still in early partial, maybe, second grade teachers especially, maybe you have a few kids who did master DGE versus GE. It's very, soft G. It's very possible. It's very possible you have some students who are still in possibly full or partial that actually did master the CH versus TCH. They just absorbed it. They got it during their whole group lessons and they got it. So those students, you would give them maybe a 1 for cycle 17 if you know for a fact based on your data that Angel actually mastered that, but she's still not in consolidated, right? So then you click score. And you'll hear a little noise when it's done. All right, and there are all of her answers, right? So she's done. And then I can just switch to my next student queen. I can switch to the next student and I can do all of that microphase. So now I'm looking, say, at Nyla Houghton. All right, I'm just gonna use Nyla as an example. I would be willing to bet Nyla might have some, well, I would be pretty, again, I don't have data in front of me, but most likely Nyla has some late full going on for herself. I bet you she's got some R controlled vowels. I'm using this as an example. So she very well may have all of C1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 possibly mastered, 1, 2, or all of them. She might even have some puppered consolidated, but then the ones that she hasn't mastered would be a 0. So hopefully this makes some sense. Then when I'm done with that, you'll see that Angel, now let me go back to my tracker and I want to show you that if I go back to my EOY, you'll see that Angel has a grade, 0%. She had 0 out of those 26 cycles mastered. So people have asked, well, can I be doing this along the way? Like if I give the cycle assessment and they pass it flying colors, can I go in and enter this, next year at MOY? I don't have to necessarily give a benchmark to know that they've mastered that when this tracker opens. And I would say that would make a lot of sense. But, I'm only me. So just know that next year, if we have to do this, I don't know if we do, we might. Not sure. So, excuse me. So then you would just kind of come back up and you would have to do all of them for all of those students. So I want you to notice, and some of you have figured it out, that if I am a kindergarten teacher, and I don't have any children at Consolidated, do I still have to go in and click all 26 clicks for every single kindergartner? Yes, I do. Because then it's going to show that I might have, if these are all my kindergartners and they've all hit the pinks really hard, it's going to then show full yellow for all of that phase. So yes, you have to do all 3 trackers for all children. Is there a quick way to score this? Let's say you have a little guy at, early partial, and for a fact, none of these cycles 1 through 26 are mastered. Is there a select all for 0? No, there is not. You will have to click 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, all the way down. So you can see why this is a little tedious. And it is just something that we've got to do. I do think it will be a lot easier for you all to do for each of your own classes than for me to do all 9 of them. I'm sure you can see. But I was happy to do it the first time. I just can't do it this time. So that hopefully explains how to do this. I'm going to ask one of you lucky gals, to watch this and tell me what questions you might have and what things that I need to add into maybe another recorded Zoom. So that's that. Basically, you want to make sure you have all of these filled in. I do want to show you, I kind of panicked for a second. So these are in order. These go from early to late. Luckily, they go from like late pre all the way to Consolidated. These were opposite. I should move this one. It's really what I should do. I should do this right here so that it's, see, now it makes a little bit more sense. And you can do that. You can move them in order. Oops. You can do that in order as you would like it. So now it's going to look like, be a little bit more in order. Maybe not. Let me see. What's this one? Late pre. Yes. Okay. Late pre, middle partial, and Consolidated. And so that's the order that these are in. So what you need to see is our scores for every student that looks like this. So obviously, the way you read this and the way anybody else would read it is that 0% of Miss Reber's first graders are working within this tracker. 100% okay. You would read right now that at middle of the year, I did not have data for Angel to show that she was working even at our lowest tracker, right? So hopefully we will get some numbers on the board for her here. All right, if you all have questions after you watch this, tomorrow during planning, Friday, instead of pulling you in, I'm going to ask that you watch this today, Thursday, and I will be available tomorrow. What I would like for you to do is use tomorrow to enter some of your data. If you have it, if you have their complete data profiles ready with the decoding and the spelling, I would like you to have this done by next Friday. I really think that that's a fair request, and I am happy to help you all with analyzing your data, please don't forget, I need that stapled packet for every student. I need the green sheet on top. And by the way, we are not doing placement cards. So this is crucial, y'all, that you put every possible ELA note that you have on that student. If you could give me any information, such as, if you could give me information about their pencil grip, if you can give me information about, you know, their likes and their dislikes of literacy, so I can make that note on there, because this will serve as an ELA placement card. We are not doing our traditional placement cards that we've had. I was informed that yesterday. So I really need you to just take the time to do this green paper. Most of you will, it's like hurting my heart right now, but the majority of you are not going to be with me next year. And I don't want to text you and blow up your phone and ask you questions and pick your brain, because you know your babies. So, but I might have to, I need to do that. But just anything that you can add to that. It may be fluency notes, like they're doing great at this, but they really need practice with decodables, which might as well be said for every child, because one thing that we're missing with TRC is now we don't really hear them actually transfer their skills into reading as much. So that is one thing I need you to put on there, is like, how is their fluency coming? Anything that you can tell me about their language arts skills other than their microphases. And if you need help analyzing the microphase information that you have, decoding versus spelling, please let me know. Okay, so again, try to watch this. Well, you're watching it now. I'm going to put it in my email. Hopefully you've watched it Thursday, so that tomorrow during your specials, you can come in. I'm going to be right in my room for all 3 of your special times. So you can come in with your stuff. If you want to come in with your data, and if you need help analyzing it, or you want me to walk through this with you, 100%, I will also be available next week to help you. So yeah, all right. I really appreciate all that you guys do. I really do. I'm starting to get very verklempt and emo about the end of our year. I'm going to miss the last day of school. I will be flying to Los Angeles for my son's college graduation. So I'm feeling a little sad today. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for everything you do. Bye.